unpacking the YARDMAX YG1550, the sequel. All right, thank you folks for tuning in to Lenderman's shop. I have done it again. I've gone ahead and I bit the bullet and I bought a brand new YG1550 again. Let me know if you think that's a good idea. I had some issues with the last one, as I chronicled over the last few videos, and the tipping point came when the old machine, when the wheel came unwelded on the old machine. And I thought, how am I going to fix that one, because I do not know how to weld, and I thought if I had somebody weld that for me, it might cost upwards of $200 itself. And that was almost the cost of a brand new lawnmower. So I decided to, after doing a little research, I thought, let me go ahead and purchase the exact same machine, because I now have a spare parts machine sitting right in the garage over there. Fortunately, it's not sitting in my front yard. It's in the garage under the workbench, taking up the space that my my shop vac usually sat in. So we'll need to put my shop vac somewhere else. But anyway, I know that I have extra wheels in there. I have an extra lower handle. So I thought, let me just go ahead and buy the same thing, because I have all those extra parts. I looked at a few other models, and I will tell you, it's hard to get a machine anymore that is just, you know, the 2-in-1 without the self-propelled type. I didn't want a self-propelled. I didn't want a bag. I just wanted a lawnmower that was plain and simple, and this is one of very few that are left made that way. The closest one to this was at Home Depot for $300, $299, and I didn't want to pay $300 for a machine that I was pretty sure wasn't going to last any longer than this one. This one came in, I forget what the price is, I'll post it on the bottom here, that I got at Home Depot. And again, I know that it's going to last me at least about 3 years, and I have spare parts in the garage. Okay, so a couple differences with this one. Taking it out of the box, it was pretty much already assembled. The wheels were on, so I didn't have to put the wheels on as I did the other machine that I have. This lower handle was already attached, so I didn't have to put the lower handle on. You might remember putting these lower handles on is quite an issue. So because the lower handle is already on, I did not attach my blue support straps that I had in a video prior to this. I thought, well, the handle's on, so I'm not going to unscrew those bolts up here, because I know they're on with Loctite or something. So I'll hope that this handle lasts a long time, and when I need to replace it, then I will go ahead and reinstall my support straps on the handle. I didn't want to take anything apart that was put together by the factory. All right, so what else? The engine oil does not come with this machine. I know that's an issue for many folks. It is for me too. But they do recommend 4-stroke automotive engine oil and SAE 10W30. So I had somebody ask me that in a comment, and I'll get back to that particular individual because I haven't yet. Automotive type. And I know there's small engine oil and so forth, but in the manual it says automotive type. So if you happen to have 10W30 in your garage from using in your car, then you're in good shape. All right, what else about this? I'm not going to go into great detail. I've already used it once. It's pretty much the same as the old one I have. The engine is a little bit different configuration, so they've updated the engine. The old engine I had no problems with at all. I put oil in it one time, put gasoline in it, and it ran. You can see the air filter box is in a different location. Hopefully that's good for me, because the other one, you might recall that I mulched the top cover on the old one because it was pulled off by a forsythia branch, and I backed over it and it got mulched. So hopefully this is a little bit better configured here. I will say the wheels are exactly the same. The wheels are exactly the same. Let's see if I can get that in here. As the old one, which concerns me a little bit because that was a weak point on the older machine. But again, I have my spare wheels in the garage there. Everything else on the old machine actually lasted pretty well. I'm hoping the weld down here holds at least for 3 years. Yeah, other than that, things are good with this. I've used it once, and I will say this will be my final video on the YARDMAX YG1550. Just going into it, if you purchase this machine, it's nice out of the box. It works well. Probably if you have a smaller yard, it's better. I have a lot of inclines, embankments and so forth, which I know takes the toll on this particular machine. But again, what else do you buy at this point? There's not much else out there on a 2-in-1 push mower. So other than that, thank you for tuning in. I wish you all the best with your YG1550. If you haven't seen all my other previous videos on this particular machine, go back and look at them, because they're all going to relate and be relative to whatever new 1550 that you buy. Again, the engine's a little bit different. I had no trouble with the engine before. I'm hoping I have no trouble with the engine here. As with most cases, and I've seen this in the comments, it's really not the engine any longer that's a problem. It's everything else around it. The engines are pretty rock solid. Even this one, I don't know who makes this engine. I guess YARDMAX makes this engine. I have no idea. It's not a Briggs & Stratton. It's not a Kawasaki. It's not a Honda, certainly. But it seems to be a pretty good engine. So, all right. Thanks again for tuning in to Lenderman Shop. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Should I have bought another YG1550, or should I have gone on to something different? I'd love to know what you're thinking in the comments below. Again, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.